YouTube, what's going on? Long time no see. I'm going to try and get more of these going on. I like to do a video a day. So it can be a live, it can be a recorded video. And I just want to go over yesterday. I recorded a video and it made a lot of people mad. And I want to explain my positioning on why I think Andrew Jacked didn't win the Texas Pro. But I was called like a hater, this and that. I literally said in the video, this man is the future of bodybuilding, and he will win many, 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 many Mr. Olympias. He is the future. But at the end of the day, here's what I saw. Okay, now he did have better genetic shape. He had better structure, but I didn't see him from where the judges saw him. So all I saw was what I saw in pictures, which is honestly what most of y'all saw anyway. So from what I saw, if I'm the judge judging on pictures and not being there live, now there's a difference. When Phil Heath was competing, if you saw Phil Heath in person or you saw him in pictures, completely different bodybuilder. He had a 3D look. Phil Heath's muscles would jump out at you like, hi! Like, there's Phil Heath's muscles again, man, just fucking looking awesome and shit, right? So what I saw in those pictures was simply a man who wasn't conditioned enough. And I thought that while he did beat everybody in shape and symmetry, I thought that as far as size is concerned, Kuclo hung with him. As far as density was concerned, Kuclo hung with him. And I thought Martin Fitzwater also beat him. I had Andrew Jacked based on that coming in third. And I haven't seen the scorecards, but usually nobody gets straight ones. He might have because he looks that good. But again, the reason I put it like that, now the title was all clickbait. No one's going to click on, hear my rationale for why Steve Kuclo might have been the winner. The whole Steve Kuclo got robbed was just to create discussion. So here's the motherfucking problem with people on the internet. I literally have someone post in the comments, I'm losing all respect for you. Over an opinion, over a physique? How shitty is your life and your outlook on life? Where if someone disagrees with somebody on who wins a fucking bodybuilding show, that you're going to say, I lost all respect for you. Okay, now if I did something stupid like beat a dog or mistreated my children or was mean to my wife, all right, that's a reason to lose respect for somebody. But somebody simply presenting an alternate view of a contest result for a bodybuilding show that by nature is 100% subjective to one's tastes. Man, especially when all I did in that video is give fucking Andrew Jacked a virtual hand job about how he's the biggest thing in the sport since Phil Heath. So that's my defense. My defense is it's my fucking opinion. And my other defense is I went by pictures. Shit is different in person. Now, if I fucking, was at the show and I saw it, I would have been completely like, maybe it was different. Like when you saw, so a lot of people said that Kai beat Phil that one year that Kai came within, I think, 1 point of beating Phil or 2 points. At the end of the day, I was there. Everybody's like, Kai won, because looking at pictures. I was at the show, and that year we had phenomenal seats. Thank you, Mr. Olympia, for giving us those. And if you were there in person, you saw a different fucking thing. So, with that said, it opened up dialogue. But people get, oh man, you're high, you're this, you're an asshole, you're fucking racist. Like, fuck you. So at the end of the day, if you're losing respect for me because I have a different opinion on a bodybuilding show, I don't want you on my YouTube channel. I don't want you buying my supplements. You can, but I'm not going to fucking be like, oh my God. Like, guys, it's a bodybuilding show. It's like the Miss America pageant. It's literally a pageant on steroids. That's it. It's dudes flexing in fucking tights. And y'all going to take it that seriously. Look, man, I love the fact that we finally got some dialogue. I love the fact, but you know what? Some of the comments were just hateful and mean. And it's frustrating because, it's the cloak of anonymity. But I agree. Maybe I was wrong. And I wasn't sitting at the judges' table. So with that said, it's alive, bro. We're 5 minutes in. Let's get some open Q&A. Open Q&A. People are doing way too much for people are dumb. How much tren did you take? Dude, I don't take tren. I'm on HRT. I actually am taking a very low dose. I'm taking 150 milligrams of testosterone per week. I take HGH. I take that 5 days a week at 2 IUs. That's it. I just eat well. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see where my life is and what I do. And it's just not worth the risk of taking all those drugs. I'm downsizing. I'm 205 pounds now. I'd like to get around 195 to 200. So, no, I mean, that's me being honest. And if you don't believe me, I'll be able to live with that. Kuclo winning Fitzwater, maybe. I agree 100% with you on this. There's no defense. Bodybuilding, we do subjective opinions. So when I won the Knox Classic, I won it 4-1. And the one vote against me was literally the guy I found out afterwards who always goes for condition, because the guy who I beat, this gentleman named Preston, was a much better bodybuilder than me, meaning that he had better muscle bellies, he had better flow, he was taller, but I outconditioned him. So that day, the judges thought I was the better bodybuilder. However, at another show with other judges, it might have been different. Now at Masters USA, there's no question I killed everybody, but there were still bigger guys than me. So, it is what it is. For me, the whole reason to tune in is to see how much guys suffer to get in shape, kind of like someone to win regardless of conditioning. Agreed. You're more right than wrong. People take silly, unimportant site way too seriously, look better on TRT. Honestly, I've always just been on TRT. I was just force feeding. Being in sauna does make that happen. I like the Meadow Rose, and I incorporate them every couple weeks. You think your children can be the next phenoms in strength sports? If that's what they choose to do, whatever they choose to do. Right now, my daughter is focusing on soccer. My son's focusing on wrestling and soccer. And my youngest he's fucking 9. Like, he's just playing football and soccer and wrestling. Like, they're kids, man. They could be the next best ballet, next best CEO, next best whatever. It's up to them. I don't force my kids to do anything. Thumbs up for your opinion and honesty. Thank you, Andrew. How has Katie been feeling since her implant removal? It's a lot better, but it's very topsy turvy. It's very inconsistent because of the toxicity in her body, and from what I understand from talking to experts, that can last years. So the moral of the story is, don't let your girlfriend get implants, or if you are a girl, don't get them, or if you have them, get them removed. In my opinion, Steve had better condition, but the condition was not to beat the numerous things. I agree, Goku. I agree. I'm a conditioning guy, and I'm very biased towards conditioning because that's how my sorry ass ever won. How many hours do you sleep per night on average? So right now, I'm coaching, and I'm training people at Carbon Culture. So if you're interested in training, DM me on Instagram at Marc Lobliner. So I do train people locally in the Nashville area at Carbon Culture, or Carbon Performance on Rand Street is where I do the training. Um, so I also coach, and I also have probably 12 to 14 hours of work during the day. I have full-time jobs. Ambrosia has a partner, so I actually have a board above me now. So I have to do a lot of work for that, a lot of meetings. We have about 6 hours of conference calls minimum a week. And then I'm also running and operating Outright Bar and MTS and Tiger Fitness. So so for example, last night I went to bed at 10:30. I actually went to bed at 11 o'clock, and I was up at 3:30 for a 5 a.m. client. I am going to try and take a nap after this, though. I'm going to catch up on my emails. Sending more Kinetic to Vitamin Shop. Oh, yeah, we are. We just shipped a fucking multi-$100,000 order. It's crazy. They're going crazy. How do you think Jack will do at the Olympia? So here's my opinion. Since they operate, if he brings conditioning, I see him beating Brandon. I see him beating Hunter. But I still think my top 2 are Rami and Nick. Nick's legs look like he took a full-grown adult and attached it to his fucking hip. So GAF Way, good news. It ships Friday or Monday to our warehouse. So the peanut butter chocolate GAF Way will be here. Hopefully we have it in stock Friday of next week or Monday of the week after. Used to be a client of Marc's. Man, is legit. Thank you, SB. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm doing in-person training now. Why? Because I love it. I love it. I had such a good time. I'm enjoying it. It keeps me happy, keeps me alive. And I honestly like getting up before the sun's up, and that way I can catch up during the day. I've already been up. It's 10:30. I was up at 3:30. I've been up 7 hours, and I feel amazing. How much politicked in bodybuilding? Do you really want to hear the truth? Very little. Very little, if any. Tyler Mannion, JM, and Jim have done such a fantastic job cleaning up the sport. I honestly think bodybuilding is probably one of the most fair subjective sports. Hadi is ignored as his number two contender because his delts look like shit. They're big, but they have lumps in them. There's synthol. There's weird bumps. Um, and he just doesn't stack up to Rami. Like, he just doesn't. And last year, Brandon just had a more You talk about Andrew Jack versus Kuclo, right? People say, well, it's not all about conditioning. And my thing is, it's not always about conditioning and mass. Like Rami, even Rami has a more pleasing physique. And if I'm going for a shredded mass monster, I'm giving you Nick Walker. Like, Nick Walker is the only guy right now who could beat Rami. Nick Walker is fucking amazing. I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan. Nick Walker's the guy. Like, I think it's going to be a battle between him and Andrew Jack soon if Rami retires, as I think Hunter Labrada alluded to. Family's doing great, Tony. So anyway, guys, hopefully that helped answer your questions. I'm going to sign off now. I got a lot of work to do. I have a couple conference calls later. So I need to get showered and eat. But anyway, guys, I'm going to try and do these at least 3 times a week. So stay tuned for that. You see that notification popped up. Be sure to tell your friends about this channel. We love you. And of course, right now at tigerfitness.com, we have a 15% off sale on Flavor Gang. So the Flavor Gang, those sauces and the cream of gains, go to tigerfitness.com. It's the top banner, or you can just go and find their products. No coupon code needed. The discount is automatically taken in your cart. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Thank you for making this channel possible. Be sure to like this video, click on the notification bell, and like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. Time for a cold shower, guys. That's not a game.